This is the Greenworks 24 volt power all handheld blower. Now, in my last video, I reviewed this guy here. This is the Kobalt 24 volt blower available at Lowe's. Great price, 89 bucks, tool only. When you compare that to others, it was a really, really good price. And the performance on this thing absolutely shocked me. But in the comments of that video, people mentioned, hey, check out the one from Greenworks available at Walmart because it's listed with the same exact specs. So here it is, and that's what we're gonna be doing today, because the big crazy part about this thing is this comes in at a price of $79, but you get the unit itself, you get a charger and a 3 amp hour battery. That is a crazy, crazy deal. So let's go ahead and check it out. We're gonna unbox it first, and then we're gonna talk about all the same things and see where this really stacks up. We're gonna talk about, again, price, right, which we just did. We'll talk about performance, noise level, and runtime to see if this thing is actually the beast of all beasts as far as value goes for a handheld blower. All right, guys, so here is the Greenworks. Here is the Kobalt. Again, design looks pretty similar, but we're gonna go ahead and find out. We're gonna go ahead and open this guy up, see exactly what it comes with. And one of the biggest determining factors for me, right off the bat without testing this thing, is do the batteries fit? Because they're both 24 volt. Again, they look similar. I'm assuming it's gonna be a different connection point, but it would be really interesting to see if it does fit. I mean, the packaging here, guys, is like almost identical. Let's see this nozzle. I mean, this is nuts. This is nuts. It looks to be, whoops. Sorry, this one's from the Greenworks. Guys, these are identical. Okay, Greenworks, Kobalt. Okay, so let's keep on going ahead and unboxing this thing. Now here is the battery. And again, this one's really cool because they include a 3 amp hour battery with it at an incredible price. Again, all the specs and everything that are listed is the same, so that's very interesting. Moment of truth though, let's just go ahead and see. Slightly different. Let's just see if this would work. Negative. So that doesn't mean that they're not the exact same deal. It just means that the attachment points are different, which is a bit of a bummer though, because I now have Kobalt batteries. It would have been nice to be able to run it with it, but whatever, no big deal. So let's go ahead and keep on unboxing this thing. Here is the unit itself. And they both have this little metal piece in the front too, which on this one I was kind of like, what is that for? They both have it. So again, very, very interesting. If you look inside, they look the same. They look the same. So hopefully, guys, this is gonna be the exact same thing, and you can just get it at an even better price, because I am absolutely blown away with the performance of that Kobalt. But if you can get it in a kit with a 3 amp hour battery, and I will look at the batteries as well to see how much additional batteries are at the 4 amp hour style. But very, very cool. Yeah, I mean, if we keep going through this, this is crazy. The exact same attachments, if I can get this one open. So we get the rubberized tip, right, which is exactly the same as the Kobalt. We get a fanned out tip, which is, let's see here. This is the one from the Kobalt. Identical, okay. We have, disregard the mess too, guys. I apologize. That is my car cover from the Porsche. I was doing some stuff, throw it out. Anyway, and then we have the 2 extensions, right? Which look to be, again, exactly the same as the Kobalt. And then the downside of this machine is the charger is pretty crappy. It's one of those ones where, I mean, they give you a nice cable and all that, but it is one of those ones where it's literally just the charging block, and then you plug it in. I don't know exactly where, but somewhere on here is a plug-in. Oh, here, there you go. So we would flip that open, and that's where you plug it in. Not a huge fan of that. I would much rather an upgraded kit where I can get more batteries and a charger. So we'll look into that as well. Hey guys, real quick, I'm editing this video, and someone had commented on the Kobalt video about a recall that they had. And here it is on Greenworks website as well. And it just states that the 24 volt and 48 volt mowers, blowers, string trimmers, all of those, the batteries with the USB charging port like this one has, it states charging the lithium-ion batteries through the USB-C port while the batteries are inserted in the power tools can cause the batteries to short circuit, posing a risk of serious injury from fire hazard. So it says, please immediately stop charging batteries while they are inserted in the product. Batteries should be removed from the product before charging. It sounds like that is the fix, but to submit a claim, they have that information there. Just type in Greenworks 24 volt recall. All that information will come up. But it sounds like as long as you don't plug them in, or if you plug them in while they're removed from the tool, it sounds like that's fine. So I just want to give you guys that little update, and thank you to DIY Kane for that comment as well on the Kobalt video. Appreciate you guys. Back to it. All right, guys, so I mentioned that battery charger is definitely not my favorite kind, where it's a USB and you plug it in. It just doesn't seem like a very powerful unit to me. However, I did a little research because I went and looked up how much a Greenworks 24 volt charging station would be. And I can't remember the price off the top of my head, but those come in with a rated listing of 2 amps, right? Versus this little block charger that charges via USB is 65 watts. That 2A charger that I looked up comes in at 40 watts or something like that. So they say that the charging speed is actually faster with this little USB block one that they included. So if that's the case, I'm totally fine with that charger. I actually did go pick up a 4 amp hour battery as well. And this is where the first negative comes in with this unit, with the Greenworks platform, at least that I'm seeing. With the Kobalt, I was able to buy 2 4 amp hour batteries and a charger for 99 bucks. At my local store, I went into my local Walmart. All we had was this in a 4 amp hour. It's a single battery, no charger, $102 in store. You can get it online for 98 bucks. With that said, I'm impatient and I wanted to get this video filmed for you guys. They do have a 2 4 amp hour battery pack available for $99 online. So actually, and some other stores, just my local store didn't have it. So if that's the case, no worries. But again, the extreme value here is the entire kitted price. So what we're gonna do though is we're gonna test this thing utilizing the 3 amp hour battery that it came with. We're gonna test all the things, including performance, decibel level, and runtime. And then we will also do that with a 4 amp hour battery as well. So again, guys, the way I'm gonna test this is just unit only, straight to the rubberized nozzle. Again, all the accessories. This is the one from the Kobalt. This is the one from the Greenworks. They're exactly the same. So no reason to test all that. We're just gonna test the performance of the unit itself. So I have it all plugged in here. The battery is fully charged. Let me go ahead and show you. If you can see that, right? All the batteries are illuminated. All the lights are illuminated. Again, this one's very, very comfortable in the hand as well. You have the same, from both sides, you can lock it into the on position. And again, same exact nozzle. We're gonna go ahead and install this. Is there a difference in size? Nope, identical. Basically, I mean, even looking at the cones, the black portion that's attached to the unit, look to be the exact same. The only thing that seems different is the housing, the plastic housing that goes over the top of them, and then the screen in the back, and the grip rubber and things like that. But it seems like the base of the tool seems to be exactly the same. So first things first, let's do a decibel level test. This is how loud the unit is. That one, I believe, got 90 decibels, if I remember correctly. I'll put a chart up here for you guys so you can see the comparison between all these little handheld blowers that I've done. But for the decibel level of the Greenworks, ambient noise, 51, 52 today. All right, so we're same test as always. I'm gonna stick it out as far as I can here. I'm gonna pull the trigger and we're gonna see the decibel level on this one. So bouncing around a little bit, 80, basically from 87 to 90. So we're gonna give it, it should be about the same. If we looked at the average on here, it was showing 88 as the average, but it sounds the same to me. And again, maybe it is slightly quieter with the 3 amp hour battery. Again, that's something we'll have to check here in a little bit. All right, the next test is going to be the performance test. What we do is we take it, we align the end of the nozzle with the top of the bucket, spray it in there, and we see how much force of weight is into the bucket, right? So again, I'm doing it in ounces. The bucket's on there right now, so we're gonna push tare. It's gonna take it out to 0, and that's what we're gonna test. So here we go. All right, guys, that's crazy because the Kobalt sat at right about 30 ounces, which was far above everyone else. This one was at like 32, I think. Let me do it again. So dropping over time, but 32 is where it was at. So far, I'm shocked that, again, I'm assuming it's the exact same thing, so those numbers might just be slightly off, or there's a discrepancy between each unit a little bit. You saw it though, 32 ounces, as opposed to the Kobalt was about 30. So let's check runtime. Again, this is the 3 amp hour battery. I'm going to pin this up against something because otherwise it blows around so much because it has so much force. I will let you know how long it ran in 1 second here. All right, guys, so the test has just been ran, again, with the 3 amp hour battery that's included with this. It ran for 9 minutes and 23 seconds, 9 minutes, 23.09. So 9 minutes and 23 seconds, which is on par to running about, well, I don't know if that's on par or not. So the Kobalt ran for about 15 minutes, I believe, with the 4 amp hour battery. So let's go ahead and move on to the 4 amp hour battery test to see how that works. But before we even go to that, just my recommendation here, at $79 with a charger and battery and the tool, absolute home run. I think everyone should have one of these. Definitely go pick one of these up. So go check your local store. I think they're in stock at most locations, but if not, I'll try and put a link down in the description for you guys for this as well. Obviously I did see a bunch of off-brand replacement batteries for this available on Amazon. I haven't tested any of those, but I'll link those in the description for you guys as well. Now I'm just waiting for the 4 amp hour battery to finish charging and then we'll run the test. All right, guys, so it's been about an hour since I started charging this thing. Now, it's fully charged. When I first plugged it in, it only had 1 light showing, so it was pretty much drained. So I'm assuming about an hour and a half because on the listing, it states that this charger can charge the 2 amp hour battery in 45 minutes. So if we double that up, hour and a half, that should make sense. So let's go ahead and move all along with the test, starting off with decibel levels. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the dead 3 amp hour battery. We're going to go ahead and install the 4 amp hour battery, and we're going to do the same decibel tests. Again, ambient noise, 50 to 51 right now, and we're going to go ahead, exact same thing. Here you go, pulling the trigger. Exactly the same. Again, bouncing around, but exactly the same, that 88, 89 decibel level. So there we go. Let's go ahead and check the performance now, blowing it into a bucket. All right, guys, so here we are. Bucket's still here. It's still tared out to 0, so we're good to go. Same distance, and here we go. Wow. So really sitting at 33 ounces of pressure of weight in the bucket, utilizing the 4 amp hour battery. That's insane. Now, last but not least, let's go ahead and do the runtime test. I'll let you guys know in 1 second. All right, guys, so the blower just stopped. As you can see, I'm gonna hit the button. Did anything light up? There you go, flashing green. So it's dead. Didn't run for as long as I thought it would. Considering how long the 3 amp hour ran, but it ran for 11 minutes and 52 seconds. So almost 12 minutes, not as long as the Kobalt did. However, we are getting more force out of this one as well. So overall thoughts, extreme value. Is it necessary to go to the 4 amp hour battery? From this little test, no, it's something I'd have to just use over time and really get an idea if it's worth it or not. But even just with the 3 amp hour battery, we got amazing performance. Really good runtime at 10 minutes or whatever it was. The added benefit of a little bit more performance and a little bit more runtime at the 4 amp hour. If you're buying a battery separately like I just did for $100 at the store, no, it's not worth it. But if you look for the kits, then it definitely could. But overall, the Greenworks available at your local Walmart, 24 volt system, handheld blower, absolute home run. I said in the past video, the Kobalt was my favorite. This one is now my favorite. The only problem, again, is I have to buy more batteries because I do work as a professional detailer and I have to work on many cars. And yeah, it's just, one battery is not gonna do it for me, so I'm gonna need more. Again, guys, full disclosure here, this isn't something that I would use across the entire vehicle. This is not a replacement for the big Ego blowers. I use the Ego 765. They have the 850, 650, I think it's 765 if I remember well. I absolutely love that thing, but this works insanely well for getting into interiors, blowing stuff out from under seats, getting all the areas around the window trim, the mirror caps, all that kind of stuff so you don't get any drips over time. My recommendation is wash the whole vehicle, rinse it down, towel dry preferably with my Nazare drying towel or my Not a Beach towel drying towel. I'll link those in the description for you guys as well. Then, as the whole vehicle is dry, go around with this and blow all the residual water out of those tight spots so you don't get any drips. But that's it for today's video, guys. Again, the Greenworks, absolute home run. Great job to Greenworks and Walmart on this thing. But that is it for today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you guys on the next one.